morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome everybody to join this event. We are the representative from the International Association of Microsoft Channel Partners. Today we organize this event. The topic is the developers journey. So we invite different developers around the world to try to share their experience about what the previous job or maybe nowadays what the future and the trend in developing the solution or maybe the impact of the artificial intelligence, something like that. So maybe I will share them to all of you guys to make sure that you know where they are. Okay. So before I pass it down to different guests, okay, the first one is talking about CK. CK is the Vice President of the International Association of Microsoft Channel Partners. CK, do you want to say a few words to everybody?
Hello everyone, this is CK from IAMCP Malaysia. Glad to have you and look forward to chat with all our guests for today.
Yeah, thank you so much. And also, I want to pass the time to Dennis because Dennis is quite a little bit far away from me because I'm from the British Isles region. He's now in Norway, so that's why. Dennis, share a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, hello everybody. My name is Dennis Chu. I currently live in Oslo and work in Oslo in Norway, in Europe, of course. I am an automation developer for a Norwegian startup. And we're a consultant company called Imara, where we actually create RPA robots for our customers. We create the bots that streamlines and automate tasks and processes to free up people's time, or at least our customers' workforce's time. And I've been in the IT industry for about 13 years-ish, and been living and raised up in Norway for quite a long time right now. So just a little bit about me.
Okay, thank you, Dennis. Maybe I pass it down to another guest. Okay, Vincent.
Oh, yep. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hello, I'm Vincent Chu from Taiwan. Yeah, I'm working in the Asia Point, so we are a local no-code platform. And currently I'm a solution architect and also a project manager. Yeah, so most of my time is working on the .NET side. Yeah, do the development and the consulting and the pre-sale. Yeah, okay, I think, it's a brief about me.
Thank you, Vincent. So I pass the time to Alex. Alex from Hong Kong, right?
Yeah, hello everyone. I'm Alex from Hong Kong. So I'm a co-founder of Coding Bootcamp. So we have been providing trainings on like programming, AI, and we also have a development team focusing on local or even high code, right? Or some generative AI recently. So I have been a programmer for more than 20 years already. So yeah, that's for myself.
Thank you. The next guest is KK. KK, how are you?
Hi everyone, this is Kok Koon, but most of my friends call me KK. So yeah, can you hear me?
Okay, just a little bit not so good, but anyway, you can still keep on talking.
Yeah, so I'm actually a Malaysian who lives in Singapore. So I work on different various IT projects as developers and as developer advocacy. And currently there are a few projects ongoing on my side, develop application platform as well. So that's me.
Okay, thank you. And also I pass the time to Adam.
Hi, this is Adam Yong. I'm from Malaysia. Basically, I work in Asia Point, Malaysia. And I have a very similar role with Vincent, where we do the project management and then some pre-sales and also work on some training and so on. Basically, we are on the low-code, no-code platform. And then at the same time, we also supporting all the partners around this region.
Thank you so much. So maybe because today we have a very limited time, I want to start with a few questions first, okay? But of course, it's not talking about question. Everybody can share your view, your experience. So that's why the audience can have some idea about what's happening in the so-called from the developer perspective. Okay, so you guys may mention about your current role and the responsibility, because as you guys, some of them, you're the training school or some kind of the developer, some of the project management and all those things. But the next question is talking about, because nowadays we understand that it's no longer talking about the programmer, just do the coding. We have a lot of the things to do. Nowadays talking about the full stack developer. You may say you need to manage the front end, back end, and sometimes you need to have some project management skill. You've been using different kinds of the methodology and something like that. We truly understand nowadays to become a developer is more challenging than before. So before I ask the question about what kind of the product or the platform or technology you are using regularly, I want to let you guys share a little bit about your comment about how can be a successful developer. Okay, how can be a successful developer? I assume that maybe you term yourself as very successful, or you feel that okay, you still have a lot to learn before you can make it happen. Okay, so maybe Dennis, okay, because you are the youngest person in this room. Okay, I want to let you say something first. Okay, before the so-called senior or the elderly in this room share their perspective. Okay.
You mean how to be a successful developer?
Yeah, so because nowadays are totally different from what I learned 30 years ago.
I mean, I can only speak for myself, but it's definitely having it as for me personally, it's been a passion of mine for the past 12 years to technically solve problems for not only businesses but like problems in general, where you get to see how much of a value it really makes for some of these companies and also some of the end users that we actually provide a service for. But my journey, I mean, I love learning stuff, and that's probably one of the drives that's been making me or taking me to throughout the whole journey till now, is that I'm always curious about how things are kind of solved. It doesn't need to be specifically about programming in that sense, but more like logical thinking in solving a problem, for example. That's what's been keeping me consistent throughout the tech career for a long time. And throughout the years, it's just been that there's been a lot of projects that's been really interesting, because I've been working with both public sectors and international, like private sectors. But the ones that actually drives me is actually the tech community that's been keeping me going, to get involved in both learning. Like I'm still learning as of today, even though if I only have 12 or 13 years experience compared to you guys, I'm still loving to learn new stuff. I'm always interested to learn what other people know about that I don't know, and also share what I know about. It doesn't matter if it's a low code or high code, as you guys, most of you guys are also developing, because it also involves a lot of logical thinking. So whether it's high code or low code, it involves a lot of logical thinking in order to solve a piece of a puzzle, as you can say.
Yeah.
So for me, that's the most interesting part. To collaborate and share stuff, like how people solving different pieces of puzzles. That's what I love.
Yes, totally agree, because nowadays we are not just use our traditional way to learn something or to contribute something. We also need to interact with different people to try to dominate the people is from the customer side or from the developer community, or maybe you just mentioned about no coding or whatever kind of the technology. Okay, we need to have some kind of idea what they are thinking about, what is the proper way to try to solve the problem. You mentioned about logical thinking, problem solving. I think it's really important, no matter what kind of the tools you are going to use. Okay, so is there any guys want to share your view? How about you, Alex?
Yeah, I think I think mostly I agree on what Dennis has said. I think one more thing to add is for most of the junior developers, because for me, I have been training lots of junior developers to the IT industry. What I can see for the most successful batch of the young people, they always are open to they have an open mind to any project opportunities. Like what Dennis has said about like the public sector projects, some project with large scale. I think that's really important for junior developers to try new things. And I think because there's way too many things to learn, and that's why as a developer, all has to still keep on learning. And when we face some difficulties or some very hard problem, we should try the best way to solve those problems, because that's the way of learning, and then that's the way to become a more successful developer.
Okay, thank you so much, Alex. Okay, anybody else? Oh, it seems that the guy from Europe is more active. Oh, Vincent.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I agree with what Daniel and Alex say. So here I only have a little to add. Is I think you know, a good developer actually you need to try to communicate with either your customer or other fellow, because I see a lot of like young developers, they don't know how to communicate with others, and that is I think it's an important skill. Yeah, it's an important skill set, because you know, you like to involve to the community, right? Either the developer community or other like a technology community. You need to interact with people. So we are lucky. We are living in this kind of like 2023 era. So if you don't like a physical, you know, interact with other people, you can do it online. But the correct way to describe your like problem or to explain to others, which is a very important and useful, you know, skill. So you can see those kind of like great developer. Yeah, actually they doing very good like a presentation, or they can like solve their others like a issue in like just 1 second. Yeah, because they know how to communicate with others, and they understand why other people like ran into the issue. Yeah, so this kind of skill I think is also important if you like to be a good developer. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, Adam, do you want to add something?
Oh, okay. I think for me nowadays, right? I mean, to me, like a good developer doesn't necessarily to have a very good knowledge, technical programming knowledge, and so on. It seems like yeah, true. I mean, as long as you have logical thinking, you're willing to try, right? I mean, when you get a like problem or giving you a project, right? I mean, you can search online. There's so many resources and information you can gather, and then you can build something from there. So I mean, if you're afraid of like a technical programming language or what, I think that one is not a stopper, I would say. Yeah, a good one. I mean, as long as you the logical thinking and then willing to learn, and then yeah, it's very easy to solve a lot of things. Yeah. Nowadays.
Yeah, thank you so much, Adam. It seems that you're encouraging me to be a developer. Okay, I will
Yes,
try my best
correct.
to learn a little bit more, because every day I have so many problems. Okay, I will try to solve some of the problem. Okay, KK, okay. KK, it seems that you are quite close to the customer, and also from the technical side, you live in the both world. Okay, can you share something?
Yeah, sure. I lost you guys for a while, but I'll try to catch up. I think instead of saying disagree, I said I put it the other way. Like, to be a good developer, I think you don't need to know everything, but I think you need to be good. Yeah. For me, you always need to be curious. Curiosity is the key thing. You're curious about certain things, and then that keeps you motivated to do some research and find out. But you don't need to be good in, no one is perfect. You don't need to be good in everything, but you need to be good in finding the solution, right? Finding the solution meaning you use the technology today, whether AI or search, and then you should be able to find some good example or learning material to help you do what you doing, right? So to me, being a developer, you need to believe in yourself and love what you're doing, and be passionate about it. I think it's not just developer. You just need to be passionate about what you are doing and love what you're doing. With that, I think it will keep you motivated to wanted to do more. So that's how I look at it.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. I believe that nowadays a lot of this generation of the developer, they really love to share the good stuff with other people, and they're working together to try to do some kind of new project, new solution, no matter if talking to the investor or whatever people. So that's why I say a very good exactly. So CK, okay, as you know that I'm not feeling very well today, may I pass the time to you to host this meeting and then raise the question to everybody engage?
Sure. Okay. So yeah. Just now when I believe many of you guys have shared about your journey as a developer, how you actually take up the developer role and things like that. But and I also hear that just now, if I'm not mistaken, Adam said the platform and product is not really that important. But still, I want to ask these questions because there must be something that a tool or platform that you guys prefer, right? When you guys are doing development for your clients. So can I ask any one of you here, right? Maybe we can also start with Adam. So is there any kind of product platform that you personally feel it's good, or for you to quickly create applications and things like that?
Yeah, I mean, so of course, Agile Point. Okay, that's where I'm working on, and then yeah, Agile Point is a local platform, and then yeah, it really can quickly help you to build up a lot of things. Okay, but of course, if you're looking, say, okay, let's talk about you're looking for those who need coding one. Okay, personally, I think like the old one like PHP, yeah, those actually really have a lot of resources. I would say sample where you can really quickly build up something. Yeah. But that one, yeah, not so much on that. That's not my not about what I work lah. Okay, but personally, I do learn or use some PHP to do something else. It seems like there's another tool which is very popular.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think what Adam means is that he personally maybe use some other languages to build applications, and PHP is not his forte yet. And do we have any PHP specialists over here, or maybe you want to share?
Yeah, sorry, Dennis. Okay, let me say something. Maybe 12 years ago, I used the PHP, the one of the so-called the e-commerce platform, the open source one, to finish my final year project, and then I got the distinction. And at this moment, okay, I use a dirty trick to manipulate the so-called search engine. So that's why if anybody else search the keyword, the result, the first 6 pages only show the company name of my brand. So that's why I have a very good experience to use a very simple technology, minimize the functionality, and then use the low-cost marketing. So this is error. Okay, I'm really good at this 12 years ago. But of course nowadays, don't call me because there's so many different ways to manage all those stuff. Okay, sorry, I pass it now back to Dennis.
Oh yeah, just to continue the topic, like asking what kind of product or platform that or technology that we're using, or at least from my perspective, what I'm using daily towards my customers. So, our core business of my company is actually within the RPA segment. So we utilize a product called UiPath. We use it as an RPA tool, and we also utilize Microsoft low-code platform, which is also called the Power Platform, that we create business apps and also integration towards our customer systems and the whole shebang with the Azure services and Microsoft 365 ecosystem. So yeah, we do combine it with a lot of their custom web API solutions for our customers but we do a lot of other projects involving Azure cloud services. So that could have been things like services called Azure Automation, which is actually scripts on the cloud, mostly PowerShell and Python. And we also make use of some machine learning tools and cognitive services in Azure, as they call it. That involves like face recognition tools, OCR engines, and translation tools, and also Azure speech services like translating scripts to speech in the cloud. So yeah, that's some of the tools that I've been working, but most of the things that I do is within the Power Platform. That is Power Automate. Power Automate is called.
Yeah. So we heard about Microsoft Power Platforms, RPA, UiPath, and I believe besides all these low code or platforms, right? There must be
underlying language.
Yeah, some of you that use writing code from scratch.
Yep, exactly. So underneath the hood there in Power Platform is something called Power FX. It's basically based upon Excel formulas that could like way back, like VB.NET. So in UiPath, we do use VB.NET and C# as a coding language as well in the .NET framework.
Okay.
And also within the integration of stuff, we do involve a lot of web APIs based on JSON and XML, like SOAP and RESTful APIs.
Yeah. Anyone want to represent people from Java?
Java?
Maybe I can share a bit on what I do.
Yeah.
I mean, for me lately, I've been focusing a lot on exploring the realm of cloud computing technologies. So in order to develop software solutions, this involves diving into areas such as architecting cloud native applications, and also involve coding in languages such as Node.js and Python. Yep. So this is pure coding instead of using Microsoft Power Platform or any other platform. Of course, as a developer, we try out, explore different platforms and to see which is good for us. But for my recent focuses, I've been working on the coding itself, and I am actually also in the process of evaluating and comparing different options to determine whether building my applications on AWS, Google Cloud, or Azure would be the most suitable choices. So yeah, I mean, for me, that's what I do, right? And yeah, I mean, something to share. I'm currently involved in incredible, exciting project that revolves surrounding harnessing the capabilities of AI to build an application builder assistant. So this assistant represents an advanced implementation of AI technology, focusing on assisting us in building applications rather than solely writing code. It aligns with the growing trend of no-code, no-code development, where the goal is not to have AI write code for us, but rather to construct complete applications. I think this is interesting to share, with the teams here on what technology and what I use as a platform for the solution I'm trying to build here.
Yeah. Thanks, KK. That sounds really interesting. So hopefully, maybe if you need some help with the project, then you can get the help from Adam, Vincent, Alex, Denise. But for me, maybe not technically. I can help on the pre-sales, the BD side, but maybe not the technical side. Yeah, Vincent, we miss you a lot. You have anything
Yeah.
to share, or you have some special platform that you secretly use that?
Yeah, I think, yeah, as I described before, I actually majorly using .NET. Yeah, so like start from like .NET 1.1 and currently .NET 6. Actually, .NET has changed a lot, so it's kind of like a more and more easy to use. And recently, I feels like just put those language on the side. There is one technology is very important. It's called container technology. Yeah, and I think it's like it's really cloud native technology. So recently we're using that a lot. Like we try to, I'm helping my friends to moving their like solution from VM to container. And that's really save a lot of money from, leverage the cloud resources. And, things working in the container is kind of different from what you are doing in any physical machine or like even VM. So I think that's also like something worth to try, worth to learn about. Yeah, the container technology. Yeah.
Thank you, Vincent. But for your information, you accidentally tell us about your age because you started using .NET 1.1. So 1.1 until now, so everyone can guess how old is Vincent then.
Yeah,
I'm actually feeling really young.
Yeah, I start coding from kindergarten. Yeah, so.
Okay, Alex, you want to add on something?
Yeah, so for me, maybe I have a little bit different opinion. For me, recently, really, for building like prototype or to build something quick, I really rely on ChatGPT so often. Yeah, because if you want to build something really, really simple, maybe you have some basic idea, some basic workflow or whatever, and then ChatGPT can actually help you to build something very quick. And as a developer, I don't really care whether it give me some buggy code or give me some code that is wrong, because for me, I can quickly spot it, or if I can get an error message, either I would just pass it back to GPT. If it can help me, then yeah, that's fine. I can hand in my project. If not, then maybe I can debug myself. So recently, one client asked me to build a message bot that connect to some chat bot or whatever that is integrated to its own platform. Seriously, if I have to do it myself, it's not really difficult, but something tedious, or if I have to do it, maybe I have to find some templates or find some other solution. But right now, I just ask GPT, and then after that, I guess I just spend like 15 minutes, and then I have done it, and then I can pass it to the client. So I think that's really changed a lot of how we work. But still, I think it couldn't replace us, but then we can leverage this to help us to do things more quickly.
Totally agree.
Yep.
Yeah. Actually, I also use like a lot of like ChatGPT. Yeah. Before, like when we ran into some technical issue, I would just Google it. But now I just type it like ChatGPT helps me, and he will give something, right? It will give something, and we are capable to figure out if that answer is right or wrong. So I think it's really, really useful. Yeah, really, really shorten the time we're solving the issue. Yeah.
Yeah, it goes for the same with me. I usually use the ChatGPT, or actually I integrated ChatGPT into my Teams, Microsoft Teams. So I usually just put a question in Microsoft Teams to my chatbot and just ask for stuff. Whether like a very unknown error where it needs the whole code snippet context, I would just paste it to the ChatGPT, and you will actually get the answer much quicker than just Googling for the answer for that.
Yeah. Change our life.
A lot of people is asking the same question, that AI replace the job of the developer. It seems that it's not replace the job of the developer. It made the job of the developer much more easier, or maybe more productive as well.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like most people are misunderstanding about the AI tool is that we treat it as a tool. We treat it as a helping tool and not something that replaces our work, because you can't rely totally on the answers or whatever it's giving you. You really have to also like triple check that the code snippets that you get as a feedback is actually something that is reliable, at least. Because I mean, I've even encountered that people would also do the other way around, to double check their code and ask AI if there are any like known bugs that are going to be present on this code. So people are actually using it that way as well. So we're just using it as a tool and not relying totally relying on the tool. And the same actually goes for different industries as well, because many, let's say for the marketers, not only developers, but marketing side of people, like departments that are using these tools, they don't use it as a replacement for their content creation, right? They use it as an assistive tool to help them write better, or even, in terms of SEO and stuff like that. So it's here to stay. It's not replacing us at all.
No, it's helping us to, deliver, better quality of our product. I think exactly. I would do that in this way. Yeah.
So sorry, because I want to chip in to ask a question. Okay. Because you are quite positive about so-called ChatGPT or the generative AI or whatever kind of the technologies that help the drivers. Okay. But from the customer perspective, I read the customer, it seems to me that you guys don't need to spend too much time to deliver or develop something to me. Should I assume that I should pay less to get more? Do you have any? Yeah, so because as you know that from the developer perspective, nothing is simple. Even though you can manage it maybe in 2 minutes, because we already spent 30 years to learn something. But from the customer side, always think about, it's quite simple. Just click the button and then I can get the agenda. I click the button and then get the solution. I don't need to write the program. So that's why before that you charge me maybe $10,000. Nowadays you should charge me $10 only. Do you have this kind of experience, or how to entertain this kind of the customer? Okay, it's not a technical question, but I always believe that as you mentioned that we no longer just like developer to build the solution. We need to have some idea about the psychological situation of our customer.
Maybe Eric should get back to them, ask them to get AI to do the job for them instead of us the service provider.
So I believe
instead of cheaper cost, they can go for free then maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, the argument to that is actually if you want to like have AI to develop things for you, go ahead, sure. But you also need developers with 30 years experience or 20 years experience to be able to like know the whole framework of how to build a whole application, for example, like all these small details of stuff, whether it's right, like all these factors getting thrown in, like based on the application that you do build. But it's all these 30 years of experience and the way that we have worked to build a solid, proper application. And the kind of, I don't think AI will be able to get that context, like to build a robust application at the very least. So that's the argument to that.
Yeah, and I think there is also one important thing is actually customer always trying to use less money to create a better system, but the thing is the technology is like changing every day, if not every hours, right? And like go back to like 20-30 years ago, people coding by using like assembly or C or C++. And now we are using very different technology, but I don't think the development time is getting shorter because the requirements is become different, and the complexity of the system is become like a more complicated, because you need to integrate many different things. And there is a very important thing is every new technology comes, it won't just resolve every problem in a second, because technology needs someone to use it. For example, if you go back to the World War II and you are a fighter pilot, can you come to piloting the F-22 at this moment? No, you need to learn a lot of things. It's different. So you are trying to using AI to help you to develop a better system. But first thing, you need to know what is AI doing, and you need to using the right, model or tools to help you. Yeah, and that won't save you a lot of time. Only deliver a maybe better user experience in your product, in your solution. Yeah.
True.
Yeah. So I don't think we will lose our job. No.
Okay, so okay. I learned something from the NVIDIA guy. Okay, if somebody else asks me about the price, I would say that we don't have any problem. This is your own problem. If you are talking about we are very pricey or something like that, I will use this way to tell the customer. Okay, it's your own problem. Okay, think about it. Okay, earn more money and then pay for us. Okay. So CK, pass it down back to you. Okay, sorry, I just chip in to talk about something which is not related to the.
No problem.
Okay.
Okay, so basically my next questions to all our guests here is well, we are seeing a trend. I don't think this trend is just recently, but it started like many years back, whereby, but in fact I'm one of them, because we are seeing a lot of or quite a number of technical or developers, they switch role halfway, right? So from developers into a business consultant or things like that. So what are your take on this one? Is there why is it people switch? But maybe I can start from myself, because personally I come from a technical software developer background, and then 12 years back I switched to doing business development. But the reason, it's very personal, because to me I feel like I want to try something new, right? That's why I switch. But for you guys, so are you seeing any other reasons why they switch?
Not really. Okay, I'm just based on my personality. I'm a very detailed guy before I go ahead and do stuff. So, I mean, you're asking about people that switches from a technical role to like a more like a business role or maybe a management role. I feel personally, I don't feel like that's my thing. Most probably because of my interest within the business role of things, because I'm considered more of a guy who loves solving problems, like more of a technical aspect of solving things, and also maybe just sharing stuff in general. I mean, if I would ever want to have some kind of management role in the future, that would actually be some kind of community management within the technology sphere, more like that. So I love both interacting with people. I love, of course, I'm a social guy, and also love coding, and I love technical stuff, and also love teaching and sharing. So those four things, I think that kind of makes me to what I really want to do. That would have been something like a community management role instead of some. Yeah, but it does also involves a little bit of business, of course, like marketing and all that kind of stuff. But it's like bits and pieces, all the things that I can work with. It would actually be the most suitable role to me, personally.
Based on my personal experiences, I believe it is beneficial for individuals to explore roles beyond the current role or technical focus. For example, whether in business or technical management or no management, the reason behind this belief is significance of gaining different perspective. So that's my point of view. For instance, as a software developer, thinking outside the box is crucial when creating a software that meets the needs of business users or the general public, for example. So by engaging in various roles, you can better comprehend how a software solution is used or consumed from diverse perspective. So this understanding becomes invariable in delivering adaptable, user-centric software solution. So that is how I look at it when someone explore a different role. I mean, for my case, the reason I did that is I want to gain different perspective. It's different when you stand on the shoe of a developer to do something, and when you try a different role to look at a thing, that will give you a different perspective, and I think that's variable.
Yeah, what I learned from some of my friends, the reason why they are switching their role is actually they've been forcing to, because in in Taiwan, actually there's a ceiling for the engineer, for a developer, there's a ceiling. You cannot go higher sometimes. So you will become like from developer, and gradually you will become a project manager. And when you start to doing the project manager role, actually the company will ask you to try to selling your project or selling your solution. So it becomes like a pre-sale. And if you can do the pre-sale well, then company will try to, convince you to become a sales. Because company will feel like you can create more like value to the company, right? So I don't think they like, I don't think most of them are trying to, have a plan. Like I doing enough for the developer. Yeah, there is some sort of people, but most of my friends, they just being put in the role and doing well. So it becomes like that. Yeah, some of them still like have the patience to the technology, technical thing, but some they totally become a businessman. Yeah, that is what I learned. Yeah.
Thanks, Vincent.
Yeah, I totally agree with Vincent. I mean, in Malaysia, right, like they have a lot of company, like I see friends in Accenture, or I come from Awana last time, right? Yeah, when you're young, you are okay. You do developer, you do coding project is fine. But when you after some time, you need to be pushed on. You need to become like leader, and then later on project manager. But if you don't go up, your salary actually like capped at certain level. Okay, they basically need to push you up. You want to go higher or get more rewards, and then you need to really like force to switch role and so on. I think that's a culture we have over here. I believe it's not the same in other countries like US or what. We still see like 40, 50 plus years old developer, which is a very, very good experience and so on. But in here, if you are just like having a job, right, you're forced to go up. I think that's the thing. Yeah.
That's probably one of the things that I noticed when you guys were talking. Not only you guys, but also the other friends I have back in Hong Kong. Like they would actually care more, or actually chase the career ladder, more than many of us in Europe. We're actually comfortable of being in the role that we are today, based on our personality and the things that we are interested in. While maybe in Asia, people are more like leaning towards the corporate ladder, like where to always get to the highest stage, right? And that's also what I feel like when I compare to many of my Asian friends in Asia, that they are more, not going to say obsessed, but they are more, they are thinking more about the corporate ladder than what we are doing in terms of work. But yeah, interesting.
Alex, you want to chip in?
Well, I think it's kind of sad, for Asian, because as Peter said, many of us are forced to switch the role. For me personally, I still really love programming and coding. So that's why I think I can only choose to co-found found my own startup so that I can keep myself in a programming role rather than climbing up in the corporate ladder. So that's why I think because I think in Hong Kong or in many Asian markets we have fewer chances to work in a big corporation that with a I would say favorable pay, but not being a manager. So that's why people, when they think of their career or they think of their income, they are just forced to become a management.
Yeah, agree. So good choice, yeah, when you do your own startup so that you can keep yourself as a programmer. Yeah, good choice. So I mean, talking about startup, then that's actually lead us to the next questions because I remember we have a question which is about startup. Yeah. So the actually when we talk about startups, right? I know here Alex he is running his own startups, but if you are not running your own startups, right? Will you consider, right? To anyone else in the room here, will you consider running a startup in the future or near future, or if you do not plan to do a startup by yourself, will you support startups? Yeah. Maybe we start with the our Mr. Founder here, Mr. Alex, since he is already a startup founder.
Well, for me, I don't know how to say because of course I'm running a startup. So even if I'm not running right now, I guess I will put myself in the startup again because that would be much more fun and in innovating new things or trying to disrupt the market. Also, there are more rooms for me to explore new solutions. So that's why I think startup. I really fit into startup.
Yeah. So, how about KK? Are you doing some kind of startup right now, or you plan to do a startup soon?
I try to keep it secret. I don't I don't have multitude of thoughts on this matter actually. Startups often have diverse areas of focus. So I think as long as the role you engage in aligns with your passion, there's no reason to hold yourself back, right? So that's how I look at it. Embrace the opportunity and immerse yourself in what truly ignites your enthusiasm is the key, I think. Yeah. So I mean, to put it simple, to the questions like, if what you're doing in the startup is what you're passionate about, why not?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, thank you, KK. So, how about Dennis? Or yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as of today, I'm already supporting a startup at Imara, where I work in nowadays. So we've actually been a company that's been existing for maybe 5 years each. But I mean, when my manager actually started the company, he was actually starting out of a library. We didn't even have an office yet, so he started out from his library as based on the story that he told me. And then I came in when we were only 3 in total, like a couple of years after. And I feel like I've learned more during these past 4 or 5 years than what I've ever learned from a business perspective and also from a sales point of view than what I have ever done in other companies, in large tech companies and consultancy companies. I mean, in the future, I would love to consider like having a startup, of course, but for now, my heart kind of lies in supporting tech community, and who knows? I'm super open to opportunities, of course. So if anyone wants to collaborate or partner up, just let me know out there. But especially right now, I am really keen on just connecting with people with the same interest that I have at the moment.
Yep. Thank you, Dennis. So
Yeah. So actually, yeah, I found this question, there I was like surprised because actually in the recent year, maybe not even a year, I do supporting one of my friend for his startup. Yeah, he do asking me about to join them, but I'm old enough and I have kids. Yeah, so I have a lot of concerns, and I don't think that I can enjoy those kind of like stress pressure in a startup at very beginning. But since what they are working on is very interesting, and they try to using AI to help like parents to identify whether their kids have like ADHD, ASD, or like SID, those kind of issue. So I think it's like being developer, most of the things you like to do is to develop something can, helping people or change the world, right? Yeah. So I doing my whatever I can to support them, to helping them to design the the architecture of their service, to helping them to figure out helping them to form a team for the development. Yeah. So I would say that if for early few years maybe I would just join them. Yeah. But for now I would say like I can only support them. But I really, feel grateful have this opportunity to do that, because working in a startup is really, really, a lot of fun, really a lot of fun. Yeah. Not from financial side, of course. Yeah.
I totally agree on that one. Totally agree.
Yes. Adam, maybe you want to
Oh, okay.
share
For
with
me,
us?
yeah, in fact, I think CK, you and me also, right? I think in 2006, we did some kind of startup or fun project, I would say. Okay. Yeah, we did some some SaaS services, I think like how many years ago? Of course, I think after like 2-3 years it's failed. Okay. So I think that's something we learned a lot from there. Lah. Because during that time I think we still young and we have the time and the patience to work on it. I mean for now, I mean as mentioned by Vincent, yes, we have family, we have kids, right? It's very hard for you to like putting all your time into startup, but you can still do something what I call like fun project. Okay, it's like a maybe mini project which is not related to your actual work. Okay, but who knows? I mean, maybe it can become popular, or a small mini project can really help a very niche people to solve certain problems. Okay, I think that one we still afford, or we still can uh, do that kind of fun project, I'll say. But let's say you were like taking out your 24 hours to do all the full-time startup, yeah, it's very difficult for us now. Yeah, that's what my thought. But one thing for sure, as a programmer or developer, right? I mean, there are no other industry or better way to start your startup, because you just need a laptop, ideas, and then internet, then you can do a lot of things. It's not like other industry. When you want to build something, you need a lot of capitals, a lot of connection, a lot of things. But with IT, I mean, internet programming developer, right? You can do a lot of things very easily now, especially when the AI come in. There's so much potential. You can do a lot of things. Yeah, that's all what I want to share.
Yeah, I agree with Adam actually, and also Vincent because when we want to do startups, a lot of times we have to also consider about the commitments. Yeah, the commitments that we have right now, the time commitment, efforts, and also probably maybe some monetary commitments. Yeah, even though IT startup shouldn't take a lot of shouldn't need a lot of capital, but you still need some maybe. Yeah. So especially when we grow older and we have kids and things like that. So yeah, but again, I mean personally myself, even though I don't have any startups right now, but there is a lot of friends out there and partners where they sometimes they will also look well, when we have a tea sessions or chit chat sessions, right? So when they share with me their startup idea and things like that, I mean I will still help them on a personal basis, trying to give them some advice and things like that, which platform to go with, how how to do things, that as much as possible, that the things that I know that I'll share with them lah. But that's how I can take part in the startups. Okay.
Yeah, I do believe that all of us supporting some kind of startup. Okay, so hopefully in the coming days, there is some way to try to minimize the impact of the financial to the startup founder. So that's why we have a chance to work together to try to help the other guys take the passion to do it, but for some reason they need to take care of the family and something like that. So maybe this is another project that we can discuss it later. But there's one question from YouTube. Okay, maybe I show it. Okay. Do you enjoying your job? Okay. Anybody want to answer this question?
Is he expecting us to say no? Is that the? I do enjoy my
this
job.
question is only for
Yeah.
this question is only for the guests, not the moderators.
All right.
The guy want to recruit some of you to join his startup or whatever. No idea, because I do believe that there's a lot of opportunity to have some interaction with the other companies, something like that. So thank you so much for the question. Do you enjoy your job? Okay, even though I'm not the guest today, I really enjoy my job because I have the flexibility to do whatever I want. No matter it's talking about the business development or maybe working with the technical person and learning a lot of stuff every day, have a chance to interact with different people around the world, use different identity. Okay, so somebody may ask me, what are you doing, Aaron? Okay, are you working for this company, that company, or that company? So I do believe that everybody have a choice or have the freedom to do whatever they want. And of course, it really depends on is there any restriction from the organization you are working for. So up to this moment, I'm really, really happy to be a human, a good person at this moment. Okay, so pass the time back to the guest. Okay, Dennis, enjoy your job, right? Okay, so good.
Yeah.
Vincent, do you have any bad work or good work? Enjoy your job, right?
Yeah,
sure.
Of course.
Yeah, sure. Right?
I
Every day.
do.
Alex, of course,
Thank
you
you.
enjoy your job because you are the boss of your organization, right?
I cannot. I cannot say no.
Yes. So Adam, I believe they will say yes. KK.
I love doing my job.
Yes, I really love it so much. You have the passion. I pass the time back to CK. CK.
Thank you. Yes, I'm still with you guys. Yeah. So I think overall all of us here still enjoy our job. But I mean, on a serious note, I believe because all of us have been with our company's respective roles for so many years. I do believe that we do love our jobs. That's why we are sticking to it for so many years. Yeah. And I see there is only about like 1 minute left. So do you guys have any advice to anyone who are watching us right now, like if they want to be developers, is there any advice for them?
I think, maybe a little bit, just so, in order to keep the interest up for you guys with the developer, at least being a developer, is just try and involve you guys with the both the local community within the niche that you guys do, and also involved into the international ones as well, because you get to learn a lot of stuff from those kind of spaces. And that's actually something that has driven me to keep the passion about the things that I love to do and developing stuff, is because I get to learn so many new things and so much new things, and not only from the older generation, but also the new generation that comes, and also like innovating stuff. That's what actually keeps me motivated into developing a lot of the stuff that I do. And also, as said earlier, love sharing. So I also put up some blog contents that also keeps motivating me, where people actually tell you in person, like, oh my God, these blog articles, I never thought about doing stuff like that. I really want to thank you about the way that you share stuff. And I really love the community and connection that I get with people around the world. I love it. So yeah, definitely go and involve yourself into the communities and stuff out there. That's my advice.
Any other advices from our masters here? Vincent, Adam, Alex, KK. So I think we have a combine of over 100 years of experience here in software engineering. Yeah.
Maybe
I don't know. I don't know. It is good or bad.
Absolutely, it's good. Okay. As you know, that the ChatGPT also aggregate everything. So that's why we are maybe one of them to contribute the content. So that's why ChatGPT are very smart today.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think to be to join the role of the developer. Actually, if you feel you have the patience, just like what Dennis shared, right? You have the passion to the new technology, to find the root of the issue or the problem you're trying to solving, and you are enjoying that. Definitely, developer engineering is a good choice. Yeah, but if you just you hate to know the detail, I think you can keep it away. Yeah. Otherwise, why I'm still keeping myself to be part of like development, even I'm doing the project manager most of the time, is because it's interesting. It's a lot of fun, to learn the new things and to solve the problem from different perspectives. It's really like a lot of fun. Like you are playing Lego, Yeah, just harder, just harder. Yeah. So yeah, if you're interested to do that, yeah, be a developer. This will be good. Yeah.
Great. Anyone else? Special advice?
Yeah.
For me, I have seen a lot of long developer, they transform themselves into developer. Right now, I still haven't found a right formula to see what kind of personality will be best fit for developer, because we have so many different types of developers. Some are more on business side, some really pay attention to detail, some they don't really care about detail, but they can see the big picture or be very innovative. I think there's so many types of developers out there. So what my suggestion would be just just try it. If there's any thoughts that or any little idea that one would like to be a developer, they can just try to do it. If you have to consider a lot, then maybe just the next year you're still thinking, okay, maybe I should be a developer, and then the next year again, and then after 5 or 6 years later, you will think about, okay, maybe it's too late, and then there's no chance for you to become a developer. So why not just take the first step and then just write some code or do some projects? And then I have heard of so many of them. They at the very beginning they don't want to be a developer. They just like us, they are forced to be. But then somehow after a while they think that, okay, wow, it's actually quite a lot of fun. And then after that they developer become their job.
Thank you, Alex. Adam,
Yeah.
just now you have.
Yeah. I mean, for me, my advice I know we are quite lucky. Okay, we are a developer, and then we are actually in a role we like our job. I know there are a lot of other developer programmer they like development, but they may start in corporate world like IT system, and then have a lot of meeting, like all these, the politics or the kind of system. Okay, when they are doing their job. Okay, so I know those might actually like kill their patient or make them very boring. So don't give up. I mean, you can always do some fun project. Okay, you have to have the skill. Okay, if you have some idea, always go out and try some new fun project. I wouldn't say it's a startup or what. When your fun project become getting some traction or anything, and then there's a time you can actually like, do something you really like it. Yeah, because I know there are a lot of developers. They start in all the 9 to 5, and then all the doing all the project or the system like the enterprise system, which they might not like it and so on. So I mean, just go out and try something, build something fun, just for fun or what. I mean, it can help people. Yeah, who knows, right? Yeah. One day you will become successful. Yeah.
Thank you, Adam. Okay, so KK, you have anything from your side?
Yeah, maybe I can share my thought on the AI trend. And today, I think we all know that numerous predictions indicate that it will profoundly transform the entire marketplace. So it is crucial for us not to overlook its potential, but instead strive to comprehend and embrace how AI technology can integrate into our daily life. For developers, in particular, should proactively learn how to apply AI in their work and assess its potential to enhance productivity, efficiency, and performance. So that's my advice.
All right, thank you, KK. Okay, so I believe we are at the end of the show actually. Yeah, in fact we are 7 minutes over the time. So Aaron, do you want to do the closing and yeah?
Yes, I really want to do the closing. Give me maybe 40 minutes or something to talk about the closing. Okay, thank you so much for everybody, because you guys have the similar background and maybe a little bit diverse background because of the experience and the situation and the so-called the chances to interact with the different people. Up to this moment, I do believe that Dennis, you are a really good guy because you have been to share and then have the different role. Okay, maybe as a so-called community leaders, no matter in Europe or maybe in Asia or something like that. So in the coming days, hopefully we have more chances to interact together, to have the chances to let more people to talk about it, to think about it, and then to try to do a little bit more for the benefits of the society or the mankind or something like that. Make sure that we invite you again and again to share your interesting project, impactful project, something like that. And also, of course, Vincent have a very good experience in the business world, and he's a lifelong learner. So that's why from the 1.0 to Docker or whatever AI, ChatGPT, so and so. Okay, we will try our best to learn a little bit more from you. And then, of course, we understand you need to take care of your family and your children, but don't stop here. Okay, don't stop here, because we have some way to help you to make a startup. Okay, for whatever kind of the person or whatever kind of the person project, something like that. And I'm trying to think about what kind of the resources I can aggregate or maybe line up to make sure that there's a good people over there. So that's why we can have some kind of the support to them, not just only for the supporting the startup, but also supporting some of the good guys, especially the developer. Because I really want to be a developer. But Alex just mentioned that somebody always talking about to be a developer, but never can be a developer. I'm that kind of the guys, okay? So that's why you know me for a long time, maybe 10 years already. Every day I say I want to be a developer, but up to this moment I can not write a single word pages or something like that. Okay, so thank you so much for Alex. I do believe that you all also changing your way or so-called curriculum to incorporate some of the AI technology to make sure that your students know what's the best practice or the possible way to learn something, to deliver something, to interact with the customer, the audit or whatever kind of the developer community, something like that. I do believe that you did a very good job. I want to say something is that Alex is a very funny guy. He's a very humble. 10 years ago, he's a very humble. It seems that he don't know how to present himself in front of me. But nowadays, he's the big boss. It means that, okay, if you are a developer, have a logical mindset, you will be more successful than a sales guy. Okay, thank you so much, Alex, today. And also Adam, okay, every time we are talking about the SEO and whatever kind of the technical issue, technical problem or technical challenge or something like that, you always also just like that as a very detailed minded guy. You can manipulate one by one to fix the problem. I cannot do it. If I just listen to some of the so-called problem, I will be very angry and then really don't want to talk to anybody else. So thank you so much for Adam working with me or maybe helping me to manage everything about the technical. KK also, I know KK for maybe 7 years or something like that. I am the guy that I don't want to be a salesperson. I don't want to be a business person because it need to carry the quota. I don't want to question by somebody else. Where's the PO? Where's the PO? Where's the PO? So I prefer to be a consultant. As I mentioned that I cannot be a developer because the technical skill set is not good enough. But as a consultant or consulting manager in front of the customer, I should be able to pretend to be a good guy and they have some kind of the knowledge. I enjoy this kind of the job, but unfortunately, a couple of years ago, there's only one job vacancy. There's a so-called territory manager, sales guy, and whatever thing. So that's why I need to change it. Sometimes we don't want to change it. We have no intention. But anyway, we just try our best to embrace something or being embraced by somebody else. It is good enough. And also, especially say so much thank you for KK because at that moment I worked with KK all together. I believe that he is afraid of me very much because, oh my God, this guy is not a sales guy. It seems that he talk about the technical stuff. Will it be troublesome because he may commit something to the customer and then cause me trouble? I truly understand. So that's why I take this opportunity to say thank you to KK also. Okay. So I believe that today is a very good chance for everybody to share your view about the developer journey, about yourself, and also to let the audience have some idea about what's happening, especially about the AI, how they embrace the AI and all those things. In the coming days, I believe that we will organize more and more this kind of the event to let more young people, old people, whatever kind of the people, they can join it as a developer or make use of the technology to solve some of the problem solving logical things, something like that. So CK, I want to pass the time back to you to close this event. Is that okay? Yeah, CK, you turn on the
Sure, yeah. All right. So thank you, Aaron.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so,
okay, I was also great problem. Okay, actually today we have a very good friend. As you can see on top of the screen, there's the Hong Kong Association of VR AR and also Alpha Media. Okay, my very good friend. She focused on the Web 3.0 AR VR. Actually, at this moment, the live is not only on the YouTube and LinkedIn. It's also
wow, from the VR.
Yeah,
looks good.
On the metaverse. So thank you so much because we have so many good friends to support each other. In the coming days, no matter you are in Europe, in Asia, North America, or wherever, we have the chances to do. Just try to line up everybody. Okay, sorry, CK, because somebody knows that I always cannot stop talking. I really pass the time back to you to close this event.
hey, no problem at all. So again, thank you so much, everyone here, Dennis, Vincent, Alex, Adam, KK. So again, for all our audience today, Dennis is coming all the way from Norway, and we have Vincent from Taiwan, Alex from Hong Kong, KK from Singapore, Adam is from Malaysia. So we have a very diversified and international group of speakers today. So if you guys want to connect with them, feel free to drop. Maybe I'll let you guys say out your email address so that our audience can contact you personally. Maybe we start with Dennis.
Oh, pleasure. You guys can actually contact me on LinkedIn. I'm actually available on LinkedIn. So first of all, my LinkedIn profile is actually spelled, I actually have a Chinese name. instead of Dennis. So as most Asians says, so my actually Chinese name is actually Ga Kin Chi. So it's a Cantonese name. I can probably put it out there, but I also do have a blog website that I occasionally blog at. So it's actually called recursion.no, November, October, NO. I can, just contact me from there. And I also have a email for the websites. It's called GCHI, like Golf Charlie Hotel India, at recursion.no, as I was mentioning earlier. But yeah, I think I'll hopefully I can leave the links in some way. But anyways, my website contains all the links that in order to contact me. So recursion.no, that's probably the only one that you need to remember.
Very
Right.
nice domain
Thank you,
name.
Dennis. How about Vincent?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course. If you like to contact with me, definitely can find me from LinkedIn. Yeah, or just send email to my company email, which is vincent.chu@ageopoint.com. Yeah, but the spam mail policy is kind of hard, hard to penetrate sometimes. Yeah, so wish you luck. Wish you luck. Yeah. Yep, that's it.
All right. Thank you. How about Alex then?
Yeah, feel free to connect me with via LinkedIn. So yeah, I think that's the best way to reach me.
Maybe for Alex, you can search for Alex Lau 811.
Yeah, Alex
right?
Lau. Yeah, Alex Lau. Yeah.
Okay. So thank you, Alex. How about Adam?
Oh yeah, for me, I mean you can search on Yong Angel Point, and then from LinkedIn, you should be able to see my profile. Yeah.
Thank you, Adam. How about KK?
Yeah, just feel free to reach out to me at LinkedIn, KKGAN. My profile, KKGAN. Feel free to connect.
Thank you, KK. So we have come to the time to say goodbye today. So thank you so much again to all the speakers. Have fun and have a great day. Take care. Bye bye.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Bye-bye.